Anyone can lose weight if they have discipline and desire to do so. Nope. Most people can lose a modest amount of weight, but will almost always gain it back again. It has nothing to do with discipline or desire, and everything to do with genetics. Yep, it's totally your genetics, which is why you're 700 to 800 pounds and bedbound. The reason why some people gain their weight back after the diet is because they had to change their lifestyle in order to lose the weight in the first place, so don't think that you can just go back to what you were doing before and keep that weight off. You can't work hard for 2 years and lose 200 pounds and then immediately once you feel you're satisfied, go back to eating 3 pizzas a day. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/Fatlogic, and if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and help the channel get to 60,000 subscribers, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on those notifications. Okie dokie, let's get into this. Why was there less obesity 50 years ago then? Because we've spent the last 50 years destroying our metabolisms via chronic dieting and weight cycling. LOL, it's not the dieting that has wrecked the metabolisms, but the bad food and lack of exercise. The science disagrees, but I admit that's less satisfying than the warm glow of smug satisfaction you get from dunking on fat people. If you had actually looked at the science, you would very much be disagreeing with your own statement there, because very obviously does dieting actually lead to weight loss. Plus, I might not have been there, but I'm fairly certain 50 years ago, there wasn't a fast food joint on every corner block. Plus, we also didn't have such a sedentary lifestyle. We didn't have all those cable channels and everything. I think you had like 3 channels and then HBO, which at night got so much better, and I don't know. I wasn't there, but I have a general idea. We can accept height diversity, so why can't we accept weight diversity? Well, for starters, height doesn't exactly have an impact on your health in most cases. Secondly, being that one is able to be altered while the other one is fixed due to your genetic coding. And yes, metabolism is sometimes based on genetic coding and also has variables of diet, but also at the same time that does not make it absolutely impossible to lose weight. Plus also, most of the time I've seen people making fun of somebody else for having a different body weight, it's been the bigger people making fun of people who are healthy. Plus on top of that, being 6'4" does not make you more likely to die than somebody who's 4'2". Should I keep going or am I good? I do not consider a diet to have worked if you have to stay on that diet for your entire life, aka eating under your caloric needs every day. Yeah, you know what? You go do that. You go do that, and then go back to eating pizza every single day for 2 years, and then wonder what happened. I literally just talked about this. If you are only responding or supporting smaller fat people, then you are contributing to fat phobia. Calling someone a fat phobic for wanting to keep their body at a healthy weight is ridiculous. This is the whole thing about like people doing stuff with their own body. If it doesn't negatively affect anybody else, then let them do them. Exactly. My skinny friends eats whatever she wants and never gains weight. I probably eat healthier than her, yet I'm bigger. This is a great example of thin privilege and fat phobia. Nah, that's just metabolism and portion control. Like, you can say that you eat healthier than somebody else, but if you eat 2 chicken coops worth of chicken breasts, then that's not gonna wind up good for you. You can't say that you're eating healthier, but you're eating an industrial portion of healthier, because your body don't care what the calories look like coming in. It's gonna store it if it's more than what's going out. The diet culture kid says, my body and other bodies can and should conform to the thin ideal through restriction. The diet free kid says, my body is good no matter its size, and I can choose a variety of foods to fuel it well. The anti-diet kid says, a system of weight-based oppression rooted in racism and patriarchy is unjust. All bodies are good bodies, and all bodies deserve respect and care. Look, if you're content being the way you are, that's completely you. If you're going to be happy as you are, then that's you. That's part of the body positivity movement, not this whole you can be absolutely healthy being 700 pounds, and I still don't think I will ever understand where people think that racism and where does the patriarchy come in all this? Where do those go? Fat people not having access to clothes we want that fit us properly definitely contributes to the stereotype that fat people are slobs. Too often fat people are forced to wear ill-fitting clothes that weren't made for our bodies. We don't have access to clothes we like. The one fat character in the cast was revealed to be attending Overeaters Anonymous. This, paired with Sarah Paulson using a fat suit to play a character in American Crime Story in the year 2021, has me at my breaking point. Fat people are the last bastion of acceptable ridicule. Socially, we believe that because weight weight sometimes fluctuates, that fat people choose to be fat. To be sure, many of us in the fat community have embraced our bodies and are indeed fat and happy, not despite our fatness, but in celebration of what the body as it is. It is incomprehensible to many straight-sized, okay, that's a new one, folks, that fat people can just be genetically fat. Any fat person will tell you about the lengths they have gone to in the pursuit of thinness, and to reinforce the idea that having a fat body is to have a failed body is incredibly cruel. If sustained weight loss is possible, then why is the diet industry worth $71 billion? And before I get 100 comments about, but what about health? Consider this. Leading research says that fat stigma is actually the cause of health-related issues for fat people. Additionally, weight cycling from repeated dieting has much more harmful effects on the body than just staying the same weight. Binge eating and compulsive eating, like many eating disorders, of course exist, but not all fat people are compulsive eaters, and not all compulsive eaters are fat. Additionally, eating disorders almost always begin as diets. Binge eating usually stems from a scarcity mindset, wherein caloric restriction was the intended goal, but the result is lasting feelings of deprivation and the body's need to recalibrate. We must separate the behavior from the characteristics. So yeah, it's apparently what's even worse than having the actual thing that's damaging your health is freaking talking about it. That's doing it alone. Fair enough. Healthy range for a man of the height of 5'11" is supposed to be 155 pounds to 189 pounds. I'm overweight right now of 225 pounds, but if I were to be at 0% body fat, then I would weigh 185 pounds as of last week when I got my body fat tested as a part of a full physical. I have been at between 170 pounds and 195 pounds of lean mass for my entire life. For reference, I'm 37. A 10% body fat represents a person who is quite fit, and for me that would mean weighing about 203 pounds, which is a full 14 pounds over the maximum range prescribed. I do have a naturally broad frame for my height, and gain and maintain muscle very easily, but that is a big difference we are talking about, and it checks out. At anything under 205 pounds, I look quite fit by anybody's standards. I do not think I am some extreme exception. I've never been a pro athlete. I just lift weights several days each week, and when my diet is consistent, I look fit, and when it isn't, then I carry around some extra weight. BMI seems like an overall useful measure that doesn't appropriately cover everybody. I'm fairly certain, I don't even need to say it, everybody should know by now that BMI is not the most accurate source of measurement because two people can be the same weight of different body styles and they'd have the same BMI. The food you enjoy eating is the healthiest choice for you. Sure, okay, so cotton candy, absolutely healthy. You'll get 6-pack abs off the cotton alone. Fortunately for me, my favorite food is sushi, which actually is pretty good, especially the type of rolls that I get where it's mainly fish with very little rice and just mainly focusing on the lean meats and the veggies. And even then, I don't have it every single day. It's these big old things called rainbow rolls. Celebrating weight loss, even when it's a result of intuitive eating and having more compassion for your body, is still a commitment to thinness and still perpetuates fat phobia and diet culture. Yeah, you know, because God forbid you do something that's beneficial for you. Did it hurt when you realized every diet you ever went on likely slowed your metabolism and increased your body's natural set point weight range, making you gain more weight than you ever lost while on those diets? Oh, really? Do you have any way to credit those sources with reliable areas? There is no health condition that only affects people in larger bodies. It is the added cost of weight stigma and medical discrimination that often worsens the conditions they do experience, which is then simply blamed on their weight. The system is effed. You failing to realize the fact that being overweight makes you more susceptible to the stuff in general, such as diabetes, joint pain, and heart disease. Being healthy doesn't make make you invulnerable to these type of things, but being overweight makes it a lot easier for it to happen to you. But with that, that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and to see more videos like this in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on those notifications. Help the channel get the good old round number of 60,000. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.